The scenario being played today is the 2015 Incursion. This one has no kill box. There are 3 flags. Each one can be either controlled or dominated for 1 point, and the first one to 5 points wins. So for my last list here, it's pretty small. It's just Haley3, the 2 stormwalls, and these blazers, and of course the small stuff here. On his side, he has the Fist of Halak. Now this is not a good list for me to face all these guys, all these weapon masters, the insinuary eye to go and kill my blazers. But you know what? I really want to try this Haley3, so you know what? We're doing it. So looking at this here, we're playing Incursion, and man, that's again not a scenario that's a really good one for me. And also, he won first turn, so he's going to be running up here. As you'd expect, he is going to be putting the Defender's Ward up onto those Satrati there in the front. Otherwise, everything is running, and I'm seeing right away, wow, he's going to get all over these flags, and it's going to be really hard to try and defend. So on my turn, I give 1 to each of my stormwalls here. They're each going to run up. I'm going to go and put up the Temporal Flux. These blazers coming up, hoping to get a shots off, but they're too far out, and then kind of coming over. Their role is supposed to be in front of the stormwalls, but I don't want them shot by those insinuarii yet, so I'm holding them back until hopefully next turn they can rush over and act as that wall. So on his turn 2 at the top there, he really just runs up to get around the flag, get to a spot where he'll be in a scoring position. Up here in the middle, he is going to be running up here with Tiberian, going behind it with Xerxis. He knows that I can't slam Tiberian, so that's good for him. Otherwise, he made these guys faster. They go into shield wall. They move up to being around that flag. At the bottom, these guys run up, trying to get around this flag. Not really as far up as the other guys. Kind of holding back as the blazers, but that's really it. So now we're back to my turn 2, and I gotta do something immediate here. I need to get in there, I need to contest flags, and I need to somehow survive. So I need to be in a spot where I can move up and get my blazers over to me. Luckily, I now have a bajillion focus, so my little Haleys can go and give 3 focus to each of these. I come up here and start hitting these guys and doing a pod and stuff and electroleaps. Really, I should have shot. This was a mistake here. Definitely should have shot these guys, but yeah, that's what I did. Otherwise, other Stormwall comes over. He also does shooting, really trying to reduce what's over there, because I think in shifting, eventually I might be able to go over to get to that flag. I just need to kill stuff around flags so that he can't score. If I can bring things under half, that's a big deal. Otherwise here, I go up with these blazers, running up the best I can, kind of feeling stupid for having them so far over and back. Now Haley's going to come up. We're going to be dirging them. Temporal Flux. I'm also going to do Tactical Supremacy, so I get another 3 inches. And this is really tough, guys. With all these models and all the stuff he can come at me with, I have to kind of give up on the guys at the top. They're just going to have to be able to get to me. And I have to really block, of course, Siberian and as many of these weapon masters as possible. So there's my turn 2. Nobody scored. I'm contesting up there. And now we're going on to his turn 2. And I got to worry about him getting to me. And, you know, those blazers should be further up. They should be jamming right up to those guys. And I didn't do it. So I'm a little bit worried he might find a place to get in Tiberian. He goes up there with Xerxis, casts his feet, camps quite a few, so I don't feel I can kill him. He's going to go with these insinuarii first. They're going to scatter. They're going to hit these guys. And because he's at dice -7, because he's not directly hitting, he's lighting me on fire, but he's not killing me. So I was a little bit worried about with this build that maybe little blast can kill me if they scatter. But really, that's not the case when you're armor 13 and have 5 boxes. Otherwise, at the top, he is going to be charging into me here with the feet, and luckily for me, his dice crapped the bed. He could have really killed half a storm wall, and he killed a quarter of a storm wall. So otherwise, these guys charge in. They can't hit me because I'm defense 18. Pretty awesome stuff. But now the the Satrati are going to go, and I'm going to learn that they have combined melee. something I did not know they had, and they're going to try and clear the one guy they need to so that Tiberian can charge through. But luckily, he needed a 7 to hit and failed. So he's going defensive. Tiberian goes over to defend instead. He's going to score 1 point, and yeah, could have been way worse. So yeah, 1 point down, really not the end of the world. And now what I need to do is just attrition. It does not look like scenarios possible with a shield guard and all of his 4 transfers. So I'm just going to try and attrition down as much as I can. So I also feel that going into this here, it's not really a feat turn. I just need to put my models. I don't have any revives to do. One fire went out, other ones didn't kill the models. So I just put my focus into my jacks. They're coming over here to start punching and killing. Again, I should have probably really just shot with that top one. I have to really realize that the armor of those guys is not, if you're not a Satrati, your armor is kind of bad. Now, the other thing Haley did was repudiate off that Defender's Ward, did 2 damage to Xerxis. But yeah, now this Jack here as well, coming over here, punched one guy. Again, should have probably just been shooting. I just really keep on thinking my punches are the best way to go. So I did kill some guys, and now I need to do the Blazer Dance. And again, the whole idea of this list is to stay together and be able to cover my guys, but I need to space out. So I'm not really in my element, but my Blazer's getting quite a bit of work done here, killing quite a few models. Over here, I'm going to run over the Spellcaller or Stormcaller just to contest. And yeah, on to his turn, and I'm going to hope I kind of survive. So here, he goes over, kills a pod. His feet's gone, so I'm feeling pretty good. But, man, again, if he just gets a combine off, kills a guy, kills a storm wall, that's a huge, huge deal. And that's kind of the weakness of this list. It really cruxes on those Blazers. And if you can kill a Blazer and get in a heavy before I shoot it or something, that's bad. And normally, these heavies I could just slam away with a Thunder Strike or whatever, Thunder Hammer, but I can't do that to Tiberian because he's Tiberian. So otherwise, he's kind of planning out how he's going to do this attack. Puts Rush up. The Gladiator charges in here. Misses quite a bit, but eventually is able to kill the one Blazer he needs. The Satrati up here move over to the flag to try and score. But after, we're going to find out that one of them was too far for the 4 inches. So no scoring there, although he probably will get the one here at the bottom. But now Tiberian, he runs into and charges into that storm wall, and yeah, he crushes me, and I'm down to storm wall now, and this is pretty bad. So otherwise, he kills the other storm caller, gets 2 points. He would have been at 3, but because he didn't get that Satrati far enough over, he's at 2 points. And I'm looking at this, and I can either try and keep up the attrition, use the Blazers, or really try killing off these guys. But I really need the storm wall to kill 2 heavies, and I don't think that can really happen. If I don't kill a Gladiator, it can kill me. I don't even know if I can even kill Tibbers because he's just a tough guy. So I'm looking at this for the assassination. I'm going to be popping feet. Okay, first of all, I put 3 onto the storm wall. I'm going to have to go first with Haley, popping feet, getting a bajillion of these things of the focus. It's ridiculous. I have like 16 focus. I'm going to revive with future Haley to get one of these guys up here, one of these Blazers. Then I'm going to be going and I'm going to be casting a spell with teenager Haley to do a force hammer into my own Blazer, boosting the hit and slamming it into Xerxis. It's going to kill the Blazer. It's going to kill, I think actually maybe the Blazer lives. No, the Blazer dies, kills the handler, but more importantly knocks down Xerxis. So now we have a knockdown Xerxis. I also revive 2 more of these guys as well. I would love to be shooting with future Haley, but that one model there with reach says I can't, so that sucks. And now I have to just shoot this knockdown Xerxis with all these models and hope it works. So I shoot with the Blazers. One of them does not really do any damage. That sucks. And then I start rolling with my storm wall, and my little guns get only 1 shot each. And after that and some bad rolls, well, just like one bad roll, I realize I just can't do this. So yeah, I kind of move some models to try and maybe do something, but in the end here, guys, I'm dead because Haley is standing right there. He is going to actually frenzy with the Gladiator. Something we're going to have to undo here too is Rupert ran down, but he actually did dirge. So we're going to fix that. I put Rupert back where he's supposed to be. So he actually scores. He's actually on 3 points. So he realized he could just win on scenario as well. So the game just ended on scenario, although he almost killed me as well. So what were your thoughts on the game here?
It was alright. I guess your list couldn't spread out enough, and mine could really spread out far, and that's the strength of this list. I know I messed up. I probably could have got a couple more control points over there earlier on, and really made you have to come, and he could have been farther back here.
Yeah, the whole idea is I had to have my ponies in front, and me having spread out wasn't that great. I don't know why. I should have started them in front, but I was hoping to hold them back, not get shot, and then bring them in. And then it was just really awkward to try and get the distance and everything. So, and I don't know. Do you think there's any potential in this list, or is it like, better go with the regular Haley?
I've never played against stormwalls or even Haley3. I think it's just a bad scenario for you. I think the other list would have been better.
Well, the thing is, too, is that you just crack one of those guys like you did there. Yeah. Boom, I lose a storm wall, and it starts going really far down.
Yeah, and I rolled kind of poorly on the one side, so that could have crippled one. And I kept on forgetting Fury the whole game, so it would have been +3 on each one.
Well, I mean, you were needing to camp as well, right? And also, if you have Fury on something, you're taking more damage. So I don't know if you really needed Fury, but definitely when you're going for this, might as well go for it and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for playing.
Thank you.
So just some closing thoughts on this list as well. I really want to get this battle out here because I promised the guys in the Signar forums I'd play this list, and I do still feel it has some real potential. This list here, you have the Blazers in front. It really makes this hard line where they can't get through. Has a very strong assassination potential. I mean, this one failed, but it was really close, even with one storm wall. And if the same thing happened and the other storm wall still there to shoot, I mean, man, with that force hammer knockdown, you just kill things. And that's where the Blazers are first, like a blocker, defense 18, and then it can also help out there as well for a little bit of killing. So I really think that this list has some potential. I'm going to play it some more. Like we said in the little post-game thing there, maybe it was a little bit of a bad situation, but still, I'd love to hear guys' thoughts on this. I mean, a lot of the Haley3 builds are the same with trenchers and storm lances, and I really feel that there's more ways to play her, and this, I think, is a really big one. So, interested to see what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Bye.